Well, we now know what the punch is from Iran that is going to stun the Western world. You know, there's only two positions that one can really take on Iran's nuclear research. And that is that it is okay for Iran to possess nuclear weapons. The other is that it is not acceptable for Iran to possess nuclear weapons. There is nothing in between. Because once a nation has nuclear weapons, not much discussion left to be had. Well, Iran has been telling us for years now that its nuclear research was peaceful, that all they were trying to do was develop an energy source. It was all civilian energy related, no military application. This is what Iran has been telling the world. This is what Iran has been telling the UN for years now. And I've been here on this show telling you that's a load of crap. Just a few days ago, a employee of the UN nuclear regulatory, whatever they call it, their organization that overlooks, or that, I want to say supervises, monitors is probably a better term, the nuclear goings-on of various nations. Just a few days ago, one of the staff members of that organization said, well, that Iran's nuclear research is just moderate. Not sure exactly what that means. I'm sure that has some meaning for them within their little UN bubble, that their research is just moderate. Well, it turns out that moderate research means now they have the ability to produce weapons-grade plutonium. I'm sorry, actually uranium, my mistake. And this has been going on while we sat and talked, we being the world. While the world has sat and talked. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. And the Iranians have been staring us right in the face and saying, it is for peaceful purposes. We are not making weapons. They've been busy preparing to produce weapons-grade uranium. Huh. Funny how that works. They're toiling and working and moving towards their objective. And we're going blah, 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 blah. Gee, I wonder how that's going to wind up. So, can I say this name? I can never. This guy's name just kills me. Ahmadinejad? You know, I've tried to say this name hundreds of times. It just never flows off my tongue correctly. The scumbag president of Iran. The one who has no problem with his secret police running Iranians down in the street who don't approve of what he's doing and killing them and taking them into custody and torturing them and murdering them while in custody and then executing them. That guy, yeah. That stunning human being. He announced to the world that Iran has the capability now of producing weapons-grade uranium. Again, there are two positions one can hold. It is acceptable for Iran to possess nuclear weapons. It is not acceptable for Iran to possess nuclear weapons. That's it. Now, we have just seen the results of the world engaging in blah, 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 while the Iranians are working towards their goal and lying to our face about it. Do we imagine if they continue working towards their goal and we continue blah, 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 that anything's going to change? Okay, since we all know the answer to that is no, let's look at our options. If it is acceptable for Iran to be a nuclear-armed nation, well, we need do nothing. Shut the hell up. Go about our business. they will in short order have a nuclear bomb. So if we decide that's okay, we're done, we're out, we're over, it's over, we have nothing to say. Why would we want to say anything? Just shut the hell up and go about our business. However, if we, whoever we might be, feels that it is not acceptable for Iran to be a nation in possession of nuclear weapons, then clearly we have already established that blah, 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 blah isn't going to get it done. So if we've established that that's not going to get it done, what will? Well, you know the answer to that as well as I do. Force, violence, destruction. You know, the United States military has a huge arsenal of all types of bombs. We have bombs at pinpoint accuracy. We have missiles, pinpoint accuracy. We have bombs that will penetrate deep into the ground before detonating. We have bombs that will detonate high above the ground. We have missiles that will drive directly into the target. We have missiles that will detonate above the target. We have missiles that will penetrate hardened targets. We've got everything. And many of those weapons we allow our allies, such as the Europeans, such as the Israelis, we allow them to train on those systems. But yet we keep the munitions under our control, but we can release them in short order, on a moment's notice, so to speak. We can release them into the custody of the host nation. So let us just, for the sake of illustration, use Israel as the example. The United States military, I'm sure, has provided Israel with its own bunker buster bombs. But we have various versions of those. I'm sure the very top-notch ones are in our custody, not that of the Israeli government. Let's say that that is the type of the most advanced form of the bunker buster bomb, is what's required to get into the to get down under the ground and destroy the Iranian ability to produce weapons-grade uranium. All the United States has to do is simply release one of those weapons. Because the Israelis already have the electronics on their aircraft. They've already trained on it. They know how to deliver the weapon. The delivery system is the same. The delivery technology is the same. The aiming technology is the same. Everything's the same. All we have to do is take the physical bomb, wheel it out, set it in front of their guys, and turn around and walk away. That's it. Or maybe not the bomb, maybe the bombs, plural. This presupposes that we know the locations where the research is taking place, and that we can hit those locations because we have the intel to do it. If we have the intel, I have no doubt we can hit those locations. The question is, do we want to?